Good afternoon, class. My name is Tatiana Jenkins, and I'll be presenting on the research paper, A Longitudinal View of Gender Balance in a Large Computer Science Program. The researchers are Amy Bayer and Andrew DiOrio from the University of Michigan. Once again, my name is Tatiana Jenkins from Virginia State University. A brief overview of the topic. A longitudinal view of gender balance in a large computer science program will discuss the identity of gender roles impacting the computer science fields. Researchers Amy Bayer and Andrew DiOrio from the University of Michigan will use a quantitative research method approach to discover the female to male ratios in the field for the course of 10 years, which are calculated to be the years of 2008 to 2018. The research will cover comparisons of grades, class completion, pursuance of careers, and different influences that affect the gender balance changes during this time period. Two key research questions are, where in the computer science curriculum does the gender balance change? Also, do grades play a role in this change? The participation of women pursuing or in the computer industry continues to increase, but women are still significantly underrepresented. Many women are still interested in the computing field, but completing this degree becomes an issue for many factors, such as it being asocial, no connection to the outside world, and lack of human interaction. Statistics actually show that even outside of the computing world, 50.3% women and 49.7% men make up the undergraduate student body that was calculated during the 2017 to 2018 academic school year that will be studied. But only 27.5% of the students were computing majors, but who and what gender? As stated, women are 2 times as likely to be interested in the computer science fields, but why aren't they finishing? As shown in the chart above, you can see the gender ratio of how in and out the genders have come in the computer major industry. How can we fix this? Studies show that in such intense fields like computing, hands-on learning has become more of a preference, no matter the gender. Amy and Andrew studied that students in this industry advise for more student interaction as a core part of their learning in their curriculum, along with same-sex interaction, their pace and workload being different, and more support from faculty. As generations pass, hands-on learning and visual learning becomes more and more of a priority no matter what educational journey you're on, from grade school to even receiving your doctorates. Same-sex interaction has become more of an important due process also outside of encouragement from faculty and staff in such an intense program. Prior experience plays a major role due to people's self-confidence when it comes to things like programming and different systems that they have to interact with, whether they're an engineering major or non-engineering major in the computer science fields. The curriculum study. All students in the computing programs begin their study in introductory level courses, which is referred to as CS1. In the chart on the screen, it'll show you the different level and the path of the courses they have to take while pursuing their degrees. CS1 is offered in two ways. One, for engineering students who focus on C++, which is a programming language, and MATLAB. Non-engineering students who focus on C++ and Python, which are 2 languages. For many students, whether they're engineering or non-engineering majors, this is an intense material that they are generally being introduced to for the first time. CS2 and CS3 are continued introductory courses that will introduce more programming languages, data structures, and algorithm courses. After introductory courses are completed, upper level courses are offered to be taken, such as web systems, machine language, computer security, and even operating systems. In computing programs, instructors are not always consistent in these courses. By that, meaning the instructors change by the semester or even throughout one semester's course period. This may provide an uncomfortable or ununiform feeling to students that are enrolled in a program, giving them a sense of there being no security and consistency within the program when it comes to their professors and who they are learning from. How does the curriculum affect the gender imbalance? 30,890 students' data were collected and pooled to conduct this research. Each test performed serves a different purpose. The demographics used for this research were gender, majors, minors, cumulative GPA, and final grades. Two-sided t-tests were performed, ANOVA tests were performed, and chi-squared tests were performed to collect the data. The t-test tested the difference between the average grades of the men and women. The chi-squared test tested the withdrawal, fail, and attrition rates. The ANOVA test tested for the relationship between gender, grades, and progression in the computing programs. As shown on the screen, you will see the results of the mean for the attrition rate and the mean for the withdrawal rate. The numbers do fluctuate for non-engineering CS1, engineering CS1, CS2, discrete math, and CS3, even upper level courses that are taken after taking introductory level classes. For attrition, the disaggregated analysis by gender is what the attrition array explains, examining 4 semesters of progress. This could be 4 semesters of undergraduate study or completion of even a master's program. The graph shows the rates from 2003 to 2017, covering students who have completed 4 semesters total, as stated. The attrition rates start off high for both genders, as you can see in non-engineering CS1 and engineering CS1 for both genders. But as they progress to the next level courses, this seems to decrease. When reaching CS3, women have higher attrition rates than men because they choose not to move on for reasons stated before, such as the major being asocial, there be no human interaction, and support systems. On the withdrawals chart, which has extreme correlation to the attrition rates, to calculate the withdrawal rate, the independent variable was posted as the gender and the dependent variable was the actual withdrawal rate. As you can see on the chart, for non-engineering CS1, 8.1% women withdrew compared to the 6.7% men who withdrew. Women were found to have higher withdrawal rates over the course of 5 years in non-engineering courses like CS1, CS2, and CS3. For other courses, there were no significant withdrawal rates for the genders. And the charts shown here are for the means of the failure rates and the grades that were collected. For failure, the position of research was examined for the years of 2013 to 2018 for each semester. When conducting the chi-squared test for non-engineering level courses, the difference in failure rates for each gender was pretty significant, starting at CS2, which had the biggest significance, and upper level courses. Men were failing more than women, but still staying in the program. In the research conducted, it was found that women are less confident in these courses, which caused them to withdraw. Men seem to stay steady, although they may be failing the course. The grades. As shown, there aren't major gaps in the GPAs that were collected, but women still decided to withdraw. Chi-squared tests were also used to get the results for the grades. Differences, along with 2-sided t-tests, 6 were conducted. Women who represented non-engineering majors had higher cumulative GPAs compared to men. It seems to be a consistency issue of women not wanting to continue due to their confidence in other courses that will bring their representation down, along with bringing the overall GPA for the course down. Effects of these rates. Failure and grades rates. Women were not truly found to be failing out of CS sequences. Women and men were actually failing at the same rate, if even women were at lower rates. In CS1, CS2, CS3, and discrete math, women have been shown to receive lower grades than men, which also plays a role in the withdrawal rate. Although men fail more than women, the women withdraw more than men to avoid failing, which has been shown in the research. The attrition rate and withdrawal rates. Withdrawal rates are explained by the woman's actual interest in the program. As stated before in the research, women are more interested, 2 times more interested actually, than men in the computer industry, but their consistency in actually staying in the program affects their numbers that show in the data. Particularly in courses such as their introductory level courses, which you have to pass before you get to upper level courses, such as CS1, CS2, CS3 to represent the introductory level courses, and web design, web systems, operating systems for the upper level courses that'll gear them towards the actual interest to pursue different career paths. In the absence of grade disparity that was collected to conduct how the gender balance was performed, this still plays a role in the attrition rates when it comes to the computer programming courses. Taking out the input of grades in the data can help the gender disparity, but still does not provide equality of the representation. If women continue to withdraw, they will not be represented for proper data to be collected. The student's performance in one course affects their decision to move on to another. If women are failing more introductory level courses, they will not want to move on, and that'll make them less confident or to even give them the thought of even thinking they would pass the next course that should be harder than what they truly began with. Conclusion and future work. The ultimate goal of this study was to find the major main impact of the gender balance in the computer science programs. There was an increase in women in the program over the course of 10 years studied here, but consistency with them being in the program lacked for many reasons. It is ultimately up to the student, no matter the gender, if they choose to continue pursuing computer science programs, no matter the adversity they may face. Research still needs to be done and conducted to determine how to control the imbalance and disparity. Grades, withdrawal rates, consistency, and continuance in the program all play a role according to the research conducted on whether or not students continue the program. Gender balance comes more from one's desire to truly continue. Women will continue to be underrepresented, as stated, based off research if they do not stay in the program due to grades, interactions, or even filling in place. As research continues on the topic, more ways to close this gender gap will be considered and will help with further research. As men continue to stay in the program, no matter their outcome, and women continue to leave, there will continue to be a gender imbalance when it comes to computing programs. Suggestions have been given on how to make students overall feel comfortable, no matter their gender, no matter their race, or no matter their grades. But it has to be done for future reference. Women who feel out of place, less confident, fail out of classes, or withdraw due to their performance in maybe an introductory level course prevent them from going to upper level courses. Men who fail courses, maybe more confident women, or have no true personal same-sex interactions preferences will continue to be more represented than women in these courses. And here are my references, which were also pulled from the paper. I thank you guys for your time, and I hope you enjoy my presentation. Have a nice day. Once again, my name is Tatiana Jenkins. Thank you.